Today is going to be a special episode. I have invited my mom over to help us make her famous Chinese chicken salad. This recipe was a childhood favorite. She would make it for church potlucks, we'd take it camping with us, or if we had like a big gathering, she would make a big batch of the salad. It's fresh, it's crunchy, but what really sets this salad apart is you actually fry up these rice noodles and it really just makes the salad extra special. I hope that you'll stick around. I know you're gonna love this recipe. And I am so glad you're here. If we haven't met, my name is Ange and this is the Menu May Kitchen. Well, this is my Mama Kathy, and I just have to say, truly the foundation of who I am in the kitchen is because of my mom. She made that space so welcoming for me, and just, you know, I got to pull up the stool and do the stirring and the chopping and the peeling of potatoes all those years. That was my job in the kitchen, peeling potatoes. But other than that, I learned so much, just basic things. But most importantly, she taught me how to be joyful in the kitchen. It was a fun space. It wasn't something that felt dreadful. I just appreciate that so much about you, just giving me that gift of enjoying getting to cook and serve and do those things in the kitchen. But let's get to why we are here. This Chinese chicken salad, which actually came from my mom's best friend, but I have always just known it as my mom's recipe because she made it. And it was just something that our family really enjoyed. Are you ready to make the salad with me?
Yes, I am.
Or show me how to make it, because like I said, I've never made it before. I just want to show you, if you've been with me on my channel, I shared a handful of recipes from my mom's cookbook that she gave us, and the Chinese chicken salad is in here. So I'm excited to pull another recipe from this cookbook to share with you. We are over at the stove because we need to get our dressing made and cooled before we assemble it and put it together with the salad. I'm going to go ahead and read off the ingredients, and I'm going to have my mom throw it in the pot. So we're going to start with 4 tablespoons of sugar, and I have my saucepan set on like a medium heat. I scooted this up a little bit closer, and then we're also going to do 4 tablespoons of white vinegar. Now I used rice vinegar, but you can just do regular like distilled vinegar. And then we're also going to do a half a teaspoon of low sodium soy sauce. And then the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of salt, but I'm actually going to do 1.5 teaspoons because I did salt my chicken pretty well, and we can always add more if we need to. So Mom is going to give this a stir, and we need to basically melt the sugar. This will maybe take, I don't know, a minute or two. It doesn't need to come to a boil. Once the sugar is melted, then we'll pull it off the stove and we can finish putting together the dressing. All right, while she is stirring, I did want to ask her a question. How many times have you made this Chinese chicken salad? Well, you probably don't really know how many times, but
I don't know how many times, but a lot. It was everybody's favorite.
It's just one of those recipes that you show up with and it gets devoured, and then people want the recipe. It truly is a really special salad to make. Our sugar is melted, so I'm going to have her pour this into a mason jar. It already smells like Chinese chicken salad in here. And then to our vinegar mixture, she's going to add in a half a cup of oil. I'm using avocado oil, but I think in the past, you probably used what, vegetable oil or canola oil, but avocado oil is nice because it doesn't have any flavor. And then I actually asked my mom, do you put black pepper in this? And she said she puts black pepper in everything. So I definitely came from this creature here. We love our pepper. So I'm going to have her add just a little bit of black pepper. I don't know, what do you think, like maybe half teaspoon?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and that is it for the dressing. So we're gonna get our little whisk ball in there, we'll get it shooken up, and then we can let it sit and cool while we move over to the stove and start getting our rice noodles going. We are gonna go ahead and get our noodles cooked up. I am using these vermicelli rice noodles. You can find them in the Asian section at the grocery store. Make sure they're rice noodles. I ended up picking up mung bean, I think it was called mung bean noodles, and my mom's like, no, those are glass noodles, not those. These will fry up in the oil and get nice and crispy and light. They're just, like I said, it makes a salad. So my mom's gonna pull those out of the package, and you're gonna wanna use about 1/4 of the package. This is an 8-ounce bag, and it basically comes out in one big block. Is it just like one big sheet? What is it?
They're rolled. If you notice on the end, they're rolled
Oh, okay.
in sections. There's one. They
There
they
goes
do,
the noodle.
They do kind of get all over everywhere. So you just have to unfold them.
It's like you're dealing with hay.
Right. And then you would throw like that much in at a time.
Okay. This part's a little bit messy.
And this is
Not
fun
gonna
for
lie.
kids.
Yeah, if I'm put the kids outside in the grass and have them do this so that the noodles go all over the grass. Okay, I see. So we've got like 4 little sections here.
Yeah.
And then how much of this are we going to fry up?
Well, I think probably we should do this much right
Those
here.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm having Mom put the extras in a Ziploc bag. That way we're all ready to go. So I have about enough oil to go up a ½ inch or so. This isn't like a deep fry, just kind of a shallow fry. And I've got this set on medium heat. And once this comes to a nice heat, then we'll test it with a noodle, make sure it fries well, and then we can add in the noodles. My mom was just telling me this step can actually be done ahead of time, right?
Mm-hmm. This step, yes.
So that way you don't have to assemble the whole salad in one day. You can prepare your noodles the day before and they're ready to go and they'll still be crunchy and perfect. We are patiently waiting for this oil to heat up. Where did you find your inspiration or joy for being in the kitchen? Like, because you seem like you really enjoyed it and you liked serving your family and cooking and all that stuff.
When my husband was overseas, I lived with my in-laws, and my mother-in-law loved cooking and she loved trying new recipes. And so we had so much fun going through magazines and picking out recipes to try. That was what really gave me the inspiration to want to cook. And so I've just always loved cooking.
Well, I'm so thankful because obviously that rubbed off on me because I love being in the kitchen. It is time. Our oil is nice and hot, like almost smoking hot. We are ready to go. So we just threw in the noodle. It puffed up instantly. I have a tray here with some paper towels we're going to transfer the noodles onto. I'm going to let my mom do this step. She's going to go ahead and add in one of these small sheets. And we have a slotted spoon here. Okay, we're doing tongs instead. And how long does this step take usually? Just until they're golden brown?
Just until they puff up.
This is what we got so far. And they're just really crispy. Like they should just kind of like break apart. All right, we threw in our second batch of noodles. I'm so thankful you're here with me. Oh, this looks so cute. Last guy going in. And that is it. I just want to show you what these look like close up. You can see they're nice and crispy and puffed. Some of them got a little bit golden, but my mom said that will be perfect because it'll give the flavor of the salad some toastiness. Moving on. So now that our dressing is pretty much cooled, our rice noodles are done, I'm gonna get some lettuce chopped up. This was a really large head of lettuce, so I'm just gonna do like 1.5 of it. But typically the recipe calls for a head of lettuce. Now, my mom said that if you want the salad to last longer, because this is once you make it ready to eat, this isn't a salad that you want sitting around for very long, especially made with lettuce, but you can use cabbage. And I have shared my mom's quick Chinese chicken salad on my website, and that one is made with cabbage. So it's a recipe that you can keep in the refrigerator for a couple of days and enjoy. So I'm going to get all of this lettuce shredded up. We'll get our onions sliced, and then we have some other goodies like toasted almonds. We've got some toasted sesame seeds. Once we have all this prepped, then we'll start pulling the salad together. I went ahead and threw our lettuce in a large bowl. So my mom said that usually she adds the rice noodles at this point and mixes it in with the lettuce because it's much easier, because they are kind of crunchy and some of the pieces are longer. So she's got some clean hands and she's gonna go ahead and start adding in the rice noodles. I did reserve a few just to put over the top. So basically you just crunch them in with all the lettuce. And it's gonna look like a lot of noodles, but once everything is mixed in there, it truly is the star of the show. So use them all. Are you getting rice noodles all over the kitchen?
I am. I'm getting back at you for all those years.
Thanks. Another close-up, I want you to see the noodles all mixed in there with the lettuce. It really is key to do this because it will be a nightmare trying to mix it in there if you're doing it with all the other ingredients. It is time to finish this up. So let's put in the rest of the goodies. We've got some chicken. The recipe calls for 3 chicken breasts, but I had 2 large ones and I just put it in the slow cooker, cooked it with a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper until I could shred it really easily. So that's what we're gonna do for our chicken. Okay. And then we're gonna add some green onion. You can use anywhere from 3 to 6 slices is what it says. in the recipe. I did 4, kind of met it in the middle there. There we go. And then we have some sliced toasted almonds. We're doing about a 1/2 cup. I could not find toasted almonds at the grocery store, so I threw these in a dry skillet on a medium heat and then just toasted them until they were nice and golden. Then we're gonna add in some toasted sesame seeds. We have a 1/4 cup. And last but not least, we've got to add in our dressing. My mom shook it up real good. I am so hungry. It is almost 1 o'clock. I am ready for some lunch. I'm gonna take over and toss all of this together. So clearly this makes a ton, which kind of says a little bit about my mom and her cooking. You know, I've mentioned this before, there were 4 of us kids. Was it hard to cook for a big family, Mom?
No. The only hard thing about it was that we had to cook on little finances.
Okay, so obviously you had to be frugal.
And creative.
But I feel like our meals were still like healthy-ish.
Yes.
You used wholesome ingredients. We didn't have a lot of like mac and cheese and things like that in our cupboards. And if we did, it was like a treat.
I didn't use a lot of processed foods.
Of course, did they have a lot of processed foods?
Not
back
as
in
much
those
as
days?
they do now.
Yeah. So if you want something that's truly homemade from start to finish, this is the salad. Can you smell it, Mom? Does it smell so good?
My stomach's growling.
All right. You know what? I think this looks amazing. I'm going to dish this up and we are going to try it with you. The moment we have been waiting for. I was just thinking, I really cannot remember the last time that I had this salad. Was it when I was living at home, like 30 years ago? I don't even remember.
Last time I had it was at my dad's and his wife's 25th wedding anniversary, which was probably,
No way.
Yeah, 15 years ago.
Wow. Okay, this is a labor of love.
It is.
Yeah, a very easy recipe to make. We have been so excited. She's like, I'm starving.
I'm chomping at the bit.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Delicious.
It's exactly how I remember it. So much texture and the toastiness. I love how toasty it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? I feel like when you would make this, we would have some left over and we wouldn't let it go to waste. Like we would still eat it. I can't say that this is something that is better left over, but you can still enjoy it left over. Yeah, the lettuce just isn't as crunchy, but it's not like it's super soggy or anything.
The flavor is really what makes it.
And you know what? This time of year, it's nice to have a recipe that feels a little bit lighter and fresher. Relatively healthy. We use some good oil, avocado oil, all the chicken. All right. Well, I hope that you make this recipe and it becomes a family favorite for you too. Here's another video with some delicious salad recipes. And I believe this one has the quick Chinese chicken salad. So if you want to skip to something a little bit easier and quicker, check out that recipe. Otherwise, I'm so thankful that you came over today. And
Thank you for having me.
spent time with me cooking.
Oh, it was so much fun. And I got to try
I know.
Chinese chicken salad again.
And there's so much of it, you're going to take some home too.
Oh, yum.
Yay! Okay, are you going to come back and cook with me sometime again?
Sure.
Well, I had so much fun hanging out with you in the kitchen today. I know my mom did too. And make sure to check out the descriptions. That's where the link to this recipe is. If we missed anything in this video, I have everything on the website, detailed instructions. So that's there for you. Okay, well, I look forward to seeing you next time.